Hello BBN. There's a new name on the Cats' radar, Sayon Keita. He recently visited, but some are suggesting that even though Kentucky is a good fit for her, she's betting more on Duke? What's this weird thing? Let's evaluate. Sayon Keita's visit to the Lexington campus isn't just another stop on her recruiting tour. It's a clear sign that Kentucky basketball remains a great team. Kada, with roots in Mali and an impressive resume with FC Barcelona in Spain, represents everything modern basketball seeks: versatility, athleticism, and a global flair that adds depth to the game's dynamics. While rumors point to Duke as the most likely destination for the young player, there are nuances in this narrative that deserve to be explored. Kentucky, with its infrastructure, winning culture, and Mark Pope's strategy, can offer much more than one might initially imagine. It's true that Duke carries the weight of its reputation and prestige. However, what Kentucky has built in recent years, especially with Pope's arrival, is unique. The coach has demonstrated a remarkable ability to adapt his style of play to the individual characteristics of his athletes, something that could be particularly advantageous for a player like Kada. While Duke often follows a more rigid and institutionalized approach, Kentucky seems willing to personalize its players' development, allowing them to explore their potential without stifling their creativity. Furthermore, it's worth remembering that college basketball isn't just about wins and statistics. It's also about the environment in which a player grows. Lexington, with its vibrant passion for the Wildcats and its engaged community, offers a cauldron of motivation and support that few places can match. For an international player like Kada, this atmosphere could be a significant differentiator. Not only would he be welcomed as a star, but he would also have the opportunity to integrate into a culture that values diversity and athletic excellence. Another point to consider is timing. With Kada potentially moving up his NCAA enrollment and joining the 2026 class, Kentucky is in a prime position to capitalize on this move. Pope and his staff's recruiting structure has been creative, and they've demonstrated an impressive ability to adjust their strategies as circumstances change. If Kada decides to make the leap early, Kentucky will be ready to welcome him and quickly integrate him into the team, something that could be decisive in his final decision. When a player of Kada's caliber visits Lexington and leaves with positive impressions, it reflects something bigger than mere tactics or promise. It's the recognition that Kentucky isn't just a basketball program, but a platform for bigger dreams. For a young man who grew up in Mali and now plays in Europe, the idea of becoming part of a tradition as rich as the Wildcats could be a game changer. While Duke is still seen as the favorite by many analysts, the fact that Kentucky is on Kada's radar is a testament to the program's continued strength. Let's see where this guy ends up. The University of Kentucky, one of the most traditional powerhouses in college basketball, has just strengthened its long-standing partnership with Nike, one of the most iconic brands in world sports, with a new agreement that promises not only to strengthen the Wildcats' athletic infrastructure, but also to cement the program's position as one of the most prestigious in the country. Under Coach Mark Pope, the Kentucky men's basketball team enters a new era supported by a 10-year contract, signed on July 1st, which will run through the 2034-35 academic year. This agreement, which reflects the mutual trust between the university and Nike, is exciting news for fans who see the partnership as an opportunity to further elevate the standard of basketball excellence in Lexington. The contract, detailed by the Herald leader's John Hale, reveals impressive figures. With a base value of $76.5 million, the agreement represents a significant increase over the previous contract, which allocated approximately $2.1 million annually to the university. Kentucky will now receive $7 million annually, with a projected increase to $7.5 million starting in 2030. This financial injection is a testament to the weight the Wildcats basketball program holds on the national stage, especially under the leadership of Mark Pope, whose innovative vision and energetic approach are already generating expectations for the season. The budget increase will allow for investments in infrastructure, talent recruitment, and facility improvements, crucial factors in keeping Kentucky competitive in an increasingly competitive environment. In addition to the base value, the contract includes incentives that reward athletic success, a detail that reflects the alignment between Nike and Kentucky's winning spirit. If the Wildcats dominate the SEC and win a college football playoff title, the university could receive up to an additional $230,000. In basketball, winning a national championship, whether men's or women's, will earn an additional $50,000, while victories in baseball or softball will earn $25,000. These bonuses are a clear incentive for the program to continue striving for excellence, something that Mark Pope, with his progressive mindset and focus on building a cohesive team, will certainly keep in mind when leading his players. The possibility of financial rewards for achievements reinforces the culture of ambition that has always defined Kentucky basketball. Another notable aspect of the agreement is the royalty system, which promises to further increase the university's revenue. Nike will pay a 15% royalty on the sale of products bearing Kentucky logos, excluding footwear, which will be charged a 5% fee. This structure is particularly significant at a time when the Wildcats brand continues to attract a passionate fan base, both locally and globally. Every piece of clothing, hat, or accessory sold with the iconic UK logo not only reinforces the connection between the university and its fans, but also contributes to the program's funding. For a coach like Mark Pope, who understands the importance of engaging the community and building a strong team identity, this agreement represents an opportunity to capitalize on BBN's fervor to sustain on-court success. The partnership with Nike, which has spanned nearly 3 decades, is more than just a business relationship. It reflects the synergy between a brand that symbolizes innovation and performance and a basketball program steeped in tradition, passion, and achievement. The continuation of this partnership, now renewed with even more robust terms, is a clear sign that Kentucky is well-positioned to face the challenges of the next decade. With each new Nike uniform worn by the players, each victory that translates into financial bonuses, and each item sold that brings Lexington pride to the world, the program grows stronger. Kentucky basketball has always been synonymous with renewal and adaptation, and Gelavic's imminent arrival on campus is another chapter in that story. With Pope, the Wildcats are building something different, and the addition of a player like Gelavic could be exactly the reinforcement Kentucky was hoping for. The concern surrounding BBN in recent months had a familiar ring reminiscent of the Big Z saga a few summers ago. The uncertainty surrounding Gelavic's eligibility and arrival date created understandable tension among fans. However, recent news is promising. The Croatian forward is expected to arrive in Lexington by the end of the month, as confirmed by Jack Pilgrim of KSR and the player himself on Instagram. For a team still searching for balance in its roster, this confirmation comes as a relief and a shot of hope. The void at the forward position was evident. With Jaden Quaintance still recovering from a serious ACL injury, the responsibility has fallen primarily on Brandon Garrison and Malachi Moreno. While both have shown potential, the roster's depth clearly lacked a player capable of adding versatility and immediate impact. This is where Gelavic comes in as a near-perfect fit. Best known for his polished offensive skills, he has also demonstrated, in crucial moments, the ability to protect the rim, a trait that will be essential in a challenging non-conference schedule. What makes Gelavic so appealing to this team goes beyond statistics. He's the type of player who can transform a game with his presence in the paint, whether through pinpoint shots or intimidating blocks. His international experience, gained in high-level competitions in Europe, adds a layer of maturity that many college players are still developing. In an environment where the pace and intensity are relentless, this experience can make all the difference. The addition of Gelavic is a clear example of Pope's strategy. He's not just another name on a roster. He's a player who arrived to be different. Summer workouts had already shown encouraging signs for the Wildcats. The group demonstrated cohesion and a sense of purpose that had been lacking in previous seasons. Now, with Gelavic joining the team, the boundaries seem even wider. Imagine the combination of his vision, Garrison's defensive energy, and Moreno's versatility. This trio has the potential to create a formidable core. As the countdown to his arrival continues, fans can begin to dream about what this new chapter could mean. If Gelavic can quickly adapt to the college style of play and make the most of Lexington's competitive environment, the Wildcats will make a big difference in this championship. Leave your comments.